Hello everybody, Brandon McDonald here, and welcome back to All New Fight Communist in America. I'm your host, so today, I got a message. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to upload tomorrow's video, but hopefully I can, and I got court. Don't worry, I'm not going to jail or anything. It's not for legal reasons, it's because of a family member issue, so I'm not going to jail. Anyways, I got some great news right now. Well, it's also bad news at the same time. But it exposes that this coronavirus was a bioweapon. And, I figured I'd let you guys see this because it's very important. You need to see this if you're dealing with this. You must know the truth. So, without further ado, let's go. Okay, everybody, we're here to the video, so let's play, and I will do some commentary, pausing it. This is from the Next News Network, which is a very trusted source I have. So, without further ado, let's go.
The story from Matt Vespa at Town Hall reports that China lied and people died. It's something the world should keep on repeating because it's a fact. And the only thing that is more pathetic is watching an authoritarian regime trying to pull a fast one in the era of social media. Now, I should point out, yeah, we can point the finger at China, but shouldn't we also be pointing the finger at the Barack Obama administration? Well, despite that last point,
boom! Bombshell, everyone!
We have more details to come in this report. But now Dr. Anthony Fauci, who's the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, a deep state official, serving 5 administrations, who's now currently one of President Trump's top task force officials, went on MSNBC's Al Sharpton and said that China gave the U.S. misinformation. What else has Fauci been withholding from? I'm going to tell you in a moment. Now, but Fauci's also stating that the misinformation, he says, and by the time they realized the information was bogus, it was too late. So let's play this first clip here.
Let me ask you this. When did it occur to you in your capacity that this was a problem that would reach pandemic proportions? We had all kind of reports about when Washington was notified, the Congress, the White House. When did it occur to you that we were in real danger here?
You know, it occurred, well, it was always this thought that there was some danger, but we got to the point that some of the misinformation that we initially got from China, because remember, their first cases were reported at the very end of December 31st. They said there was something like 24 cases in this wet market where these exotic animals are sold, and there's a human-animal interface. And the proposal that was made by the authorities in China was this was just jumping from an animal to a human, and it wasn't spread from human to human. Then it became clear when you look back that it was likely in China that there was human-to-human spread. By the time we got that information and we started getting cases here, it was, well, it's not efficiently, but as soon as it became clear that there was community spread, which means that it isn't just a travel-related case, that there are cases that are in the community under the radar screen, then it became clear that we were in real trouble.
Now here's where it gets interesting, okay? Jamie White of InfoWars adds a very important point to the conversation. In a recent article, he notes that according to the Daily Mail, in 2015, the Obama administration and the National Institute of Health under Dr. Anthony Fauci outsourced to the Wuhan Virology Lab, ready for this? They outsourced by awarding them $3.7 million for scientific gain-of-function coronavirus experimentation on bats. The Obama administration gave $3.7 million to the Wuhan Virology.
I told you guys, this is crazy.
Lab, so that they could study coronavirus on bats. And here we are today. Even Congressman Matt Gaetz expressed his disgust upon learning the United States government's role in China's coronavirus. I'm disgusted to learn that for years the U.S. government has been funding dangerous and cruel animal experiments at the Wuhan Institute, which may have contributed to the global spread of coronavirus, and research at other labs in China that have virtually no oversight from U.S. authorities. Now, in the InfoWars article here from Jamie White goes on to cite an interesting point. This is from the Daily Mail. This has been circulating today. It is a damning headline. Wuhan lab performing coronavirus experiments on bats from the caves where the disease is believed to have originated, with a £3 million grant from the U.S. Now, they changed the headline. They actually came out, and I think I can pull up that point. After the InfoWars story came out, following the publication of this article, the Daily Mail revised their headline in a way that shifts blame from China to the U.S., framing the story as though the U.S. was ultimately responsible for releasing the coronavirus upon the world. Now, of course, everyone's pointing fingers at China, but shouldn't we be taking a look at Barack Obama? Shouldn't we? I mean, the buck stops with him.
Yes, we should be doing that. I'll get to you guys in a sec more. Let's finish.
If they gave $3.7 million to the Wuhan Biology Group? So following the publication of the article, Daily Mail revised their headline in a way, and this is the updated. So here's the original headline here. And now they changed it to this. Revealed, U.S. government gave $3.7 million grant to Wuhan lab at center of coronavirus leak. Scrutiny that was performing on experiments on bats from the caves where the disease is believed to have been originated. So think about all this. Now everyone's pointing their fingers at China, but no one is taking it all the way back to the Obama administration. Nobody. This was all happening on Obama's watch. Your taxpayer dollars went to...
Yes, it was. I'm sorry to say, guys, if you were an Obama fan, he just screwed the U.S. economy and everything. The entire world is screwed up because of him.
To a Chinese virology lab with zero congressional oversight. Now, a lot of people, even Dr. Shiva, who's been a guest here several times, have surmised that the entire thing had markers of a bioweapon. Of course, those things are now being discounted in the mainstream press, but the fact remains, bioweapons expert Dr. Francis Boyle, who I've interviewed in the past, confirmed most of these points in the interview last month, arguing the likelihood of the novel coronavirus outbreak originating from a biolab in Wuhan was extremely high, warning that COVID-19 was probably a bioweapon leak from that lab. Okay? Now there's a point here that they also make. A 2015 article from The Scientist describes the concerns that scientists had with creating a coronavirus chimera out of a lab, which resulted in a moratorium on gain-of-function coronavirus research in the U.S. Moratorium was actually the United States. So why, in 2015, so why do you think they shifted the research to China? Barack Obama's administration gives $3.7 million to a Chinese lab after the moratorium. So what do? They shifted. They outlawed the research here in the United States, shifted to China. The only impact of this work is the creation in a lab of a new non-natural risk, biodefense expert and biologist Richard Ebright said. Now, when I spoke with Dr. Shiva, also, this point was brought up, that scanned the novel coronavirus genome and found unique cell identification and membrane-binding proteins located in the HIV genome, suggesting the 2019 coronavirus is a lab-made chimera, but withdrew their findings after receiving pressure from China. China has their fingerprints, obviously, all over this. They're putting pressure on the World Health Organization. They're putting pressure on Indian researchers. They're not putting out truthful numbers, and the left-wing mainstream media willfully doing the bidding of China, even going as far as if you call it the Chinese virus or the Wuhan virus, you're labeled a racist. That's the irony here. But you have to look at the big picture. Anytime this information comes out, China...
Okay, guys, I want to make something clear. People are saying the Chinese coronavirus is something you shouldn't say. Well, actually, that is where it originated, so of course it can be called that. Now, if you're gonna say, like, German Shepherds is a racist name because they originated in Germany, what's wrong with that? Literally. The animals have names after the countries that they're from. Like, my turtles are African side necks. My 3 turtles. If you watch my videos, you'll know about them. But anyways, so basically, that's something that needs to be addressed. It's not racist to call it that. That's what the media is cooking up, and I want you guys to know that. So let's get into the video.
Puts pressure on, it evaporates, it disappears. But I think the big picture here we got to talk about is the fact that it was the Barack Obama administration delivering $3.7 million after the moratorium on studies of coronavirus were done here in the United States, pushing the studies into China where they screwed up. The virus was leaked, and here we are today. You have a perfect storm, a perfect opportunity not going to waste. You have deep state actors delivering inflated numbers. Those inflated numbers not being given proper consideration for the economic impact, destroying the economy so they can come back around and blame Trump as we're seeing Fauci do today. Going in the media and saying, yeah, well, I told President Trump, he didn't listen to me. Going on CNN, making these points known, and the media eating it up. Wow, we got Dr. Fauci saying Trump didn't listen. Holy cow. You see how this is all working? We can all sit here and we can look back and we can draw the lines of every single data point and figure out exactly what was going on and when and why. The big picture, I truly believe, is that yes, it's a threat, but the threat is overblown. And it's overblown to the point that the media is manipulating the numbers based on the overblown projections, striking fear.
Yes, the media has been doing that, if you don't believe me, and him. Basically, what's been going on, anybody who dies, no matter if they have the coronavirus, say someone dies of cancer, a heart attack, or get hit by, they die in a hospital, no matter what, they're considered coronavirus cases. That is freaking making the numbers go bad. There's people who die in a hospital every day from non-coronavirus related injuries, and counting those are freaking stupid. It's stupid to count all those people dying in hospitals, because people die in hospitals every day. That doesn't mean you count them for coronavirus when they don't have the coronavirus. It's just crazy that people are like this.
Into the American people, causing the policymakers to have a knee-jerk reaction, triggering the shutdown of the economy. 17 million people's lives are shattered because they are out of work. People are locked in their homes, going stir crazy.
Yeah, guys, I almost got out of work too, but I got lucky. But anyways, people are losing their jobs because of Obama. If Obama never did this and China never agreed to this, we would not be here. We'd all have jobs. We'd all freaking have the movie theaters open to go see movies. And Hollywood's like denying it. And yet their jobs are on the line too. They're affected. And they still try to blame everything on Trump. Literally, that is stupid.
All because Fauci and Birx, what do? they didn't consider the economic impact. Or did they? Or did they? I'll leave that up to you in the comments below. We'll see you at the next report for the next news network.
So as you can see, that is what we're dealing with. We're freaking dealing with deep state actors. And this was from the Obama administration. And now they have the best thing to defeat Trump. The government had this released, obviously. Some people in the government who want Trump impeached. The Democrats were saving this for a freaking rainy day. And now, since their failed attempts at freaking at impeaching him, they let that virus in. They already knew they were going to lose this. So the best way to get Trump out of office, make a virus drop, lose the economy, get these deep state actors in Trump's administration task force, and voila, we got people angry at him. We got people freaking losing their jobs. So now we can get Trump impeached. That's what this is all about. And Trump should be informed about this. I'm pretty sure he already knows. And he's probably already furious with all this lies from these two people, Dr. Franchi and the other one. I forgot her name. His or her name. But this is just something that needs to stop. The government needs to acknowledge this. The media needs to acknowledge this and tell the people what really went down there in China. Freaking Obama's fault. And now he can't get arrested. He's never going to get arrested for freaking ruining our country. I don't get why people have to ruin our country now. And the freaking government's getting away with it. We lost jobs because the freaking Democrats. And now we're losing everything. We're going to be homeless by the time the U.S. opens up unless Trump does something. And I know he's trying to work on something. But these deep state actors, Dr. Franchi is all, and the other one are freaking having the day to where they can shut down the economy still. They're telling Trump false numbers. And I think Trump is starting to see through it. But hopefully he does. Because this is stupid. They use these people. And they use Trump as a punching bag, trying to trick him. And like I said earlier, they have been counting numbers of people who die without the coronavirus into that. And of course, there's a whole bunch of people who die in one day, you know? And just claiming they had a coronavirus doesn't help. That's what I'm tired of people doing. These Democrats. If you're a liberal, stop listening to the media. And actually open your eyes. Go through every video on my channel. Fork Fight Communist in America. You'll see everything. It all fits. And they're lying to you, the media is. The Democrats are lying to you. And you need to wake up and see that. And in a sec, I will be getting into someone who actually was a Democrat, but is now praising Trump for his hard work. And that's something we need to do. We need to unite as a country. And freaking don't vote for the Democrats. We need to come together. And that's something I'm urging us to do. No matter your political differences, no matter if you're conservative or liberal, doesn't mean you have to be voting for the same party every time. But I don't vote for Democrats because they're liars. So if you're liberal, and you do not want this country ruined even more by these people, and you're just waking up, like I said, I have plenty of evidence on this stuff. Go back to my channel, and you'll see the Democrats lie, the media lies, they cook all this stuff up. And I want you guys to see this. You need to see this, and actually get out of this stage you're in. Okay? Because we need more liberals like this guy, this person in California, which I'll get into him in a sec, who actually freaking support people, no matter their political differences. People are waking up to this stuff. And I need you to wake up if you're a liberal. Because our country is going to get ruined without you. So we need you. Let's get on to the next subject. So California Governor Gary Newsom actually praised Trump. And I got the video evidence here. And that's something we need to be doing, like I told you guys. We need to be coming together as a country to fight this coronavirus and fight the communists. We need to do that. No matter what your political view is, we need to do that. Like this guy. And I got another one, and I'll show in a sec, so I won't have a video of me for a little bit like I did last time, but hopefully you guys love it.
Finally tonight, obviously you've had differences with the president in the past, tough words on both sides. You've been able to work together, it seems, in this for the needs of your state.
Yeah, look, I mean, Anderson, we're involved in 68 lawsuits with the Trump administration. I've been on your show. I haven't been timid. He certainly hasn't been timid. But I got to say this. It's just a fact. I'd be lying to you. I'd be lying to the American people. Every single direct request that he was capable of meeting, he has.
See? He's telling the truth. He's opening up. He may not have the full support. He may not fully support Trump. But at least he's trying to bring our country together. California governors and stuff normally don't do that. Yeah, he's had beef with Trump in the past. But he's seeing we need to come together. And he's not going to lie to the American people, which is good. Because all these other Democrats are doing it. And I'm so proud of this guy. So let's watch.
In California, because of his direct intervention and support 2,000 of these federal medical stations because of his direct support. And so I can only speak for myself, but I have to be complimentary. Otherwise, I would be simply lying to you, misleading you. And that is a wonderful thing to be able to say. And I hope that continues. But this has been a remarkable moment, or at least we've been able to rise above that partisanship.
And just finally, your message to Californians tonight, and not just Californians, but really all Americans, about where we are, what lies ahead.
Stay the course. Stay the course. I mean, the fact is, let us not run, as I said, the 90-yard dash. If we stay the course, we'll get this economy back sooner. We'll save lives. We'll avoid a second wave. We'll buy ourselves time for more and better treatment, and of course, a vaccine and the kind of immunity, herd immunity that ultimately will get this economy back on its feet and get Americans back at work and back spending more time with their family and less time at home.
So, there you have it, guys. So, let's get into the next video. So, I'm using the Next News Network again for this video, and I hope you guys enjoy and we'll discuss on Unity in a sec more.
Courtney O'Brien from Town Hall reports that MSNBC anchor Chris Hayes finally realized that China may not be completely truthful in reporting its number of CV cases and deaths. Yep, he said here, this is a very obvious point and has been obvious from the beginning, but as the global picture fills in over time, there is absolutely no frickin' way China only had 3,300 fatalities from this virus, he mused online on Monday. New evidence reveals that China lied and thousands of people died because of it. They write that we learned that the government destroyed lab work, silenced whistleblowers who were trying to get the word out to the rest of the world about the deadly virus that was likely to end up on their own dumb people, congratulated Hayes for finally seeing the light. Sean Davis tweeting, "This is like watching a puppy discover that the puppy he was chasing in the mirror wasn't another dog." Others, like Senator Ted Cruz, amusingly asked Hayes when his own network would start reporting the truth. Yep. Why won't NBC report this? Well, Tuesday morning, the Today Show did a report on a spike in cases coming out of China.
In China, where the coronavirus began, fears that a second wave could be beginning, with cases imported back into the country. The Chinese setting up mobile laboratories and imposing tough new restrictions in a remote Chinese region on the border with Russia. A 28-day quarantine for anyone arriving and 14 days for people living in places where a new case has been detected.
So there you have a NBC News reporting on the spike in cases. And according to the comment section here, you can see here China's reporting the alarming spike in COVID-19 cases. Right, because China's been honest from the get-go. Let's continue with this pandemic to ensure the U.S. economy is completely decimated. Let's get back to work. People know who they are, need to protect. Our more vulnerable people know what to do. There seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere. The part about the virus reactivating in people who already had it is concerning. Another person probably still lying since they want the Western economy to completely collapse. Please report on this. It's critical. Reinfection is occurring in China and South Korea. Virus reactivation. Wonderful. Yeah, and it continues. We're going to track this story, but thankfully, Chris Hayes seeing the light, but for how long? Comment below. We'll see you at the next report for the Next News Network. I'm Gary Franchi. I hope you enjoyed.
Okay, guys. But you see that we need to come together, everybody. And that's something we need. We need to come together as a country. We need to fight the communists. And that's something we need in America. We need to come back together as an American people. Our country is so divided, like the Civil War again. And we have the right to our beliefs, but we should not be fighting over it. We should not be hurting people over it, like a lot of liberals who don't want to wake up do. They're freaking attack conservatives. We shouldn't be doing that. We're human beings. We shouldn't be throwing fits over someone losing an election. Especially someone who's so corrupt that it's not even funny. Yes, Hillary Clinton is corrupt. There's stuff that supports this. Mysterious people trying to expose her end up dead. So, if you want to go investigate Hillary Clinton, she may kill you. Or have someone kill you. I don't know which it is, but people wind up dead. And that's not supposed to be a joke. But we need, as I'm saying, we need to come together. And that's something Americans need, is to come together. I'm sorry that you guys have to deal with this stuff, COVID-19, because of them, but we need to start coming together. Liberals need to start waking up. if you're a liberal watching, please, I'm begging you, do not get caught in these lies. I don't want to see you guys get caught in these lies. Because, really, it's tearing down America right now. Voting for people who don't even care about our country. Who don't protect the Constitution like Donald Trump wants to. Now, I'm not saying I'm a full Republican. I'm not. I'm not a full Republican. I am a conservative. Which means I support people who are best for this country. And right now Trump is. He's not a politician. He's a businessman. Which is what we need right now in the U.S. We need someone, especially someone who knows what they're doing. Because most politicians don't know what they're doing to help the economy. Trump does. And he can help us build it back up after we're done with this coronavirus stuff. But we need to come together. And I'm hoping you guys will let us come together. We need to come together. Okay. So, let's get into it. I'm going to try to find another article, and I don't know what I'm doing right now. But that's why I can't say. I'm still cutting and editing this video, so you won't know what's coming up next. But those were the two things I wanted to address mainly. But, oh yeah, there's some new info on Joe Biden. Also Bernie Sanders. So, stay tuned. It's very, very funny. But yeah, get all serious aside. What I was talking about that I was gonna say earlier, and I figured I'd wait for it, is basically they so a while back, a little while, not too far from now, earlier this year, the government, well, Democrats, wanted to basically let illegal immigrants in with this bill. They can't be deported, nothing, which is unconstitutional. Because you can't come in here illegally. And it needs to be addressed that way. They need to not come in illegally. And basically, what I was saying earlier was that bill was going to let illegal immigrants who commit crimes run around the entire U.S. They get arrested, then they're put back on the street, like California. Literally, illegal immigrants are being put back on the street because of that. It's just really stupid. Yeah, really stupid ideas, Democrats. And frankly, I don't like it. Because you want to ruin our country, get more voters in so you guys can ruin our country. Well, Americans are starting to see through this, even liberal Americans, as I showed earlier. So, that's what we need. So, please like, share, subscribe. Help me grow this channel 100 Patriots strong and keep on going. Because without you, these messages could not get out into the world. So, I hope you are having a brilliant Thursday. I will hopefully be back for tomorrow. Don't know yet. But yeah, so please like, share, subscribe, and help me grow this channel 100 Patriots strong. And basically, if you're a liberal, do the same. Listen to me, because I don't want you to fall down the path of actually not seeing the truth. So go back, watch all my videos. on political issues, and you'll see I'm telling the truth on everything. Because I got video evidence for everything. And it's just crazy. I got video evidence for everything. And then I got audio. I got basically photos, everything. Real stuff. And I hope you guys can go back and see it and wake up. Oh yeah, also, hit that bell beside the subscribe button, click all, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you. See you out there, Patriots. This is Brandon McDonald signing out. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.